I got news that the Dominic Breazeale and Arthur Spilka fight is off, and Breazeale will instead fight Izuagbe Ugonu, 17-0, 14 knockouts. Still a good matchup, not the one I wanted. And then the other fight that I was looking forward to on the Deontay Wilder undercard, Travis Kaufman versus Amir Mansour, that's been moved to a different date, so I'm a little bit upset with that. However, I just got word that Tony Superbad Harrison will fight Swift Jarrett HURD in a world title eliminator, 154-pound super welterweights or junior middleweights. And I mean absolutely love, you can get 7 more loves out of that if you want. Absolutely love, however many times you want to say it. This matchup, the 154-pound weight class is loaded, and I'm telling you, to me, it's just, I just have a feeling there's going to be a big year. And hats off to both guys, especially Tony Harrison. I thought his next shot, or his next fight, should be a title shot. And so he's risking it against the young, up-and-coming young gun. Not to say that he's younger than Harrison. I believe they're both 26 years old, but let's just say Harrison, from the amateurs and from the Kronk Gym and what have you, had more buzz or more hype behind him, I should say. Whereas HURD is getting more buzz just off of his past couple of wins. He defeated Frank Galarza and then Oscar Molina, if you remember that, on the undercard of Thurman versus Porter. And then he beat Jojo Dan, the overmatched and undersized Jojo Dan. Oh man, I'm loving this matchup. I wish I was in Alabama to see it, but we'll get to see it on Fox. And that's Saturday, February 25th, the return of Deontay Wilder. And let me tell you, there are so many matchups that can be made in that super welterweight / junior middleweight division. It's just bananas. And I went over this in the last video that I did, just giving you some of the names, and you gotta love this division. I mean, wow. Now technically Saul Canelo Alvarez is a super welterweight or junior middleweight. But you got Jermall Charlo, if he chooses to stay, Erislandy Lara, Demetrius Andrade, Jermell Charlo, Vanes Martirosyan, Austin Trout, Liam Smith, Tony Harrison, Julian Williams, Jarrett HURD, Liam Williams. You got the young gun, Erickson Lubin. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited about this matchup. Later on this year, we'll have Julian Williams back in a very good matchup. I can't mention it right now because it hasn't been released to the public, but he's going to be in an interesting matchup that'll kind of see what he's made of, see how he's going to come back, if everything goes according to plan. So if now Demetrius Andrade is fighting Jack Kolke. The winner of that, I mean, if we can get a matchup with Erislandy Lara or either Charlo, Vanes Martirosyan, Austin Trout, this is just, man. I'm really liking this division. One through you might as well say 1 through 20 in this division. I mean, it's loaded, and so I'm excited about this one. Wow. If I had to go out on a limb now, I'd favor the guy with the loss. Since everybody's in love with that, I would favor the guy with the loss right now. Just off the top of my head, without viewing any tape or looking at it, I would favor Tony Superbad Harrison over Swift Jarrett HURD for a few reasons. Definitely, hand speed is the first thing that comes to mind. I think there's a significant hand speed advantage. I think the footwork that Tony Harrison has, he's sleek. I mean, he's slick with it. But of course, Jarrett HURD has that showstopper, and he's shown. You know, you might have success in one round, you might have success in multiple rounds, but sooner or later I'm going to catch you. And the one loss that Tony Harrison had is by knockout to what's my man's name? Looks just like Chad Johnson. Looks just like Chad Ochocinco. Name slipping my name is slipping my memory right now, but wow. If you haven't seen either one of these guys fight, I just recommend that you look at some tape on Tony Harrison. And I'm talking about Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson was the guy that stopped Tony Harrison. But 1 through 20 in this division, I mean, if we can get these matchups, if we can get these multiple matchups this year alone, you're looking at a happy camper, because that class is just so much talent, and it looks like they're going to put them in. They're going to put these guys in together. I mean, we heard Lara talking about fighting Charlo, excuse me, if the I mean, if things pan out that way, he didn't have a problem with it, and it's time for Lara to fight somebody. He arguably lost to Vanes Martirosyan, but this is a good matchup. Now we be doing a Gennady Golovkin versus Danny Jacobs preview, analysis, prediction. Same with Saul Canelo Alvarez and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. We'll be doing a breakdown and prediction for that coming up probably next week for both. Even though the Chavez thing is not until May, I want to put it out there early for my own reasons. It has to do with maybe covering the event, so I'm gonna put that out. And also Golovkin Jacobs, and I might do something on this HURD and Harrison, because I like this matchup. And that's it. It's Frampton, Santa Cruz 2 fight week. Make sure you check that out. We also have that'll be on Showtime, as well as Dijon Zlaticanin defending his title against Mikey Garcia, and then Showtime Extreme prior to that Showtime event we'll have Lee Selby and defending his title against Jonathan Victor Barros, and then David Benavidez versus Shirali Imaginoff. Also on the Showtime Extreme card starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Showtime card at 10 p.m. Also, there's a card on HBO. Francisco Vargas makes his return, so we're gonna see if he's recovered from the war fight of the year that he had last year with Orlando Salido. So that's it. If you don't know the names, look them up. Tony Superbad Harrison, Jarrett HURD. Love the matchup. Can't wait for that. And so in a few weeks we'll see that. Once again, boxing, the first quarter of 2017, you are doing the right thing. Let's keep it up. HBO, Showtime, Premier Boxing, main events, great matchups. Curtis Stevens, David Lemieux, love it. And the list goes on. So look for those sometime probably next week. Look for the 2 prediction videos. I may put one on delay. Golovkin, Jacobs, and Alvarez versus Jr. So we'll catch you on the next one.